and I'm here with a new tutorial on this look using mostly MAC products. If you want to see how I choose this look, stay tuned. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to be starting off using the eyeshadow in the color Brun. Now if you're like me and you usually use like a pomade or an eyebrow pencil that's a little bit more waxy and not so powdery, you're going to enjoy this color because it doesn't leave your eyebrows looking chalky or anything like that. I'm so happy fall is finally here. You know what that means. It means dark hair, dark lips, boots, sweaters. I'm just so excited. I love fall. I've been waiting for summer to be over all summer. So I'm just going to be cleaning up my eyebrows using my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the color NC42. And this is just in one of those refillable cases. I just put it back in my palette when I'm done. And I love these guys. Not only are they cheaper, but you can start yourself like an entire foundation palette from MAC. So I think that's pretty awesome that they started doing that. Now to clean up my eyebrows, I am using my new favorite, which is this Wet n Wild brush. It was like $1, guys. I used to be in love with that Eco Tools brush. It was like always doing the job, but for some reason lately I'm totally in love with this Wet n Wild one, and it was $1. So for my transition color, I am going to be using MAC's Coral. This is a pretty corally orange shade. It's showing up a lot more peachy on camera, but it's a little bit more on the orange side. And the brush I'm using is a Morphe E27. I love this thing. It honestly does all of the blending for you. You don't have to do too much work. Now I did forget to mention I've already moisturized, primed. I've primed my lids and everything like that. So you guys are probably wondering why didn't you put an eye primer? But I did. It's just that this shade is pretty light. So I just have to use a little bit more product. Using one of my favorite MAC transition shades, and that's going to be a MAC Saddle. I love this color. It's like my perfect transition shade. So I'm just going to blend it in with that coral. This is just going to warm it up a lot more. So I'm not bringing Saddle up as high as I did with the coral. I'm just basically staying within my crease, and I am using a Morphe E28. And of course we want to blend, blend, blend. Now on the lower third of my lid, I'm going to be packing on MAC's Kohl Pencil in the color Smulder. This is just going to allow the color that we're putting next to just pop. Like, girl, pop back. I'm going to blend this out using one of my old Sony Cashier brushes. I don't have the name. It was like in a collection she had years ago. I got it at Target, and it's still bomb.com, so don't hate. No, but really, Sony Cashier has some awesome brushes, and I'm just going to blend this out using that brush, and with the same brush, I'm going to go in with MAC's Carbon, and I'm going to pack that on everywhere I applied the eyeliner. You don't want to go up any higher. Like I said, you want to keep it the lower third of your lid. Like any higher, it will bleed into the crease. So next I'm going to spray some Fix Plus onto my Morphe M443, and then I'm going to be applying MAC's Dual Chrome eyeshadow in the color Club. This is super awesome. It is like a reddish brown green color, and I love it when you add the Fix Plus. It's just like so awesome. So I'm going to go into my outer crease with Brun, the color that I used to do my eyebrows, and I'm just going to deepen that outer crease. A nice dupe for this Club eyeshadow is actually in the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. It is the defining color. That is like a straight up dupe. So to deepen that outer crease just even more, I'm going in with a defining brush and my MAC Carbon. This is the color that I did apply over that black liner. And I'm just going to carve out my outer V. And I'm going to buff it out using that brush that I used to apply the saddle earlier. I'm just going to smoke out that outer V. I don't want it to come in too far, just in the outer corners. Now to make sure this is all blended, I'm going in with a clean Morphe M433, and I'm just going to blend that all out. Now to set my brow bone, I'm going to be using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark. Now as you guys know, I've been going through some issues with breaking out, so I am going to have to color correct because it left me with a couple of dark spots. And I am going to conceal. Actually, this is going to be more lightening than anything. I know this color right now doesn't necessarily work well for me because it isn't winter yet, and these are like my winter shades. I usually go for my MAC products in the winter because they're so heavy. But right now I'm going to apply this just to brighten underneath my foundation, and you'll see what I mean a little later. It's going to look kind of crazy at first, but trust me, at the end it'll all work out fine. So with a damp Real Technique sponge, I'm just going to blend all that out. So for foundation, I'm going in with my MAC Master Match in the color 7. I could have honestly used 7.5 because this is a bit light for me. I do darken it up with my powder that is in MAC M.A.C. so that does like fix the color. This foundation is a medium buildable coverage, but to be honest with you, you can build this up to a full coverage foundation, and it is a demi-matte finish. So I'm going to blend this out with a damp beauty blender, and make sure to apply it all down your neck, especially if it's a little lighter, because you don't want it to look a little crazy. So I'm going to clean up the top of my eyebrows using my Eco Tools brush that I told you I was turning over for the Wet n Wild one. So I've just been using it for the top of the brow now. And I'm just going to clean up those brows. So I'm going to blend it out using a damp beauty blender. And as you can see, I did use the Eco Tools brush to clean up the line of my eyebrows, just make it a nice sharp clean line. I'm just going to blend the rest of that out until, you know, I feel satisfied. I'm going to apply another layer of foundation just because I do like full coverage, and this is, like I said, a medium to a full coverage, so you do have to build it up. So I'm going to apply the concealer. Now this is where I'm getting my highlight. I am using the MAC NC42 concealer. This is a Studio Finish concealer, and I do love this stuff. It's like perfect for my skin tone. I'm going to blend this out. Now the color that I applied before was a little lighter, and like I said, it was just going to give me that nice glow underneath my highlight. So to contour, I'm going to be using MAC's Blunt. This is a blush, but I do use it for to contour. It's like so perfect. It has like a nice tint of red, which I like in the fall. I don't like to use this in the summer just because it makes me look a little bit too red and muddy, and I look like I've been outside in the hot ass heat like all day long. So I'm just blending this out using an e.l.f. brush. I'm not sure exactly what brush it is. I will list everything below, but I'm just going to contour with this shade. This is an oldie but goodie. Now I've really been liking my Morphe M433 to contour my nose. It's like the perfect brush for it. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. So I'm going to be setting my under eye highlight using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color medium dark, and I'm going to clean up that contour using a brush because I feel like it comes out a lot cleaner and not too chalky on the bottom. So yeah, we're almost done, guys. Go ahead and set all those areas you highlighted, of course. Then I'm going to set my entire face using my MAC Studio Fix powder in the color NC45. I don't know why I always forget that. I've used the same color forever. So to highlight, I'm using Gold Deposit, and you know I love this color. It is like chocolate girl friendly for show. I mean, even if you're not a chocolate girl, you're still gonna love it. Now for blush, I am gonna be using my Almost Gone, as you can see, Peach Twist. This is just a beautiful peachy color. It comes up a lot more mauve-y on me, but I don't have a problem with it. I love it. Now to set everything, I'm using my Fix Plus. This is a must if I'm wearing MAC products because they're so thick and powdery. It is a must. Now I want to create a nice wing liner. I am using MAC's liquid liner in the color Boot Black. So now that I've already applied my liner, I'm going to curl my lashes. This is just going to make for more drama before I add lashes. Now before you add the lashes, do apply some mascara. I don't really like MAC mascara, so I'm going to be using my own mascara. And I'm going to be applying these lashes. They are the double volume lashes from Ardell. These lashes are bomb.com. Now I personally don't spend my money on MAC lashes just because I feel like I can get the same results with drugstore or beauty supply lashes. They do the same thing for me, but if I had to choose something similar or one that was like a dupe to this, it would be the MAC 48 lashes. Those are really gorgeous. Now I'm going to smoke out my lashes using that Brun, Saddle, and Club just to even out the bottom with the top. And then I'm going in with my inner corner using All That Glitters, and this is just going to brighten up my inner tear duct. Now I'm going back into the M.A.C kohl pencil in the color Smulder, and I'm just going to apply this in my waterline. Now I went to M.A.C the other day and I didn't go too crazy, but I had a few empty products that I did need to refill. You know how that goes, but choosing between Whirl and Twig, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Whirl. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.